Hey everybody, welcome back to the roller coaster ride that is your Orlando Magic. Last time we spoke, it was early December. The Magic were 15-10, and it looked like we were going to walk into at least a third seed in the East. Fast forward to today, and the Magic are 28-24, one game behind where they were. Not necessarily a collapse, just a long, weird detour of, hey, who's available tonight? And where's the on-ramp back to our championship aspirations? Today we're breaking down what's happened, who's stepping up, and how far this team can actually go. At 15-10, Orlando is one of the hottest teams in the league. The defense was elite, the bench was rolling, and the Magic were punching teams in the mouth almost every single night. Now they're 28-24 after basically playing 500 ball over the last 2 months. And I get it, context matters. This team wasn't falling apart. This was a team trying to survive a medical report that looked like a CVS receipt. Paolo missed time. Franz missed time twice. Suggs missed time. Wendell missed time. Mose missed most of the season. And that's not even the end of the injury front. Yet the Magic haven't fully cratered. Now healthy, it's time for them to reclaim their defensive identity and compete consistently. This team is, well, unpredictable at best. Someone new steps into the spotlight every other night. One night, Paolo goes full superstar mode. The next, Franz gives you 25. Suggs plays like he's trying to win Defensive Player of the Year, followed by Desmond Bane catching fire. And Mo Wagner is immediately back to being the league's most efficient chaos merchant. But the biggest development, in my opinion, has to be Anthony Black. This kid has stepped up in a major way. He's defending like a veteran, he's making smart decisions, and he's playing with confidence. Like the other night against Milwaukee, he had a 26-5-2 night. And that's exactly what this roster needed for the win. Which brings me to my next talking point and the reason someone different has to step up every night. I absolutely can't stand this question, but is Paolo Banchero really the guy? Short answer in my opinion, absolutely yes. But here's the nuance and where it gets interesting. When Paolo was out, the Magic didn't just play better, they played freer. If that makes sense. The ball moved faster, Franz got more touches naturally, Suggs seemingly took on more responsibility, and Anthony Black grew up in front of us in real time. The offense simplified and the defense tightened. And that wasn't necessarily a sign that Paolo is holding the team back. It's a sign that the rest of the team is leveling up. So when Paolo came back, he returned to a team who learned how to function without him. And then came the Milwaukee game, the blueprint. Paolo didn't have to force anything. He didn't have to be heliocentric. He got to be the best player on a team that was finally learning how to play around him. And that is what real contenders look like. Paolo is the guy you trust in a playoff series. He's the guy who bends defenses. He's the guy that gets you the bucket or makes the right pass when everything breaks down. The team playing well without him wasn't a threat to his standing on this team. It was an opportunity to grow as a team. When this team is healthy, and I mean, when this team can stay healthy, they easily look like a top 4 seed in the East. This defense is elite. This depth is real. Their stars are ascending, and the role players are developing together. If they stay healthy, this team can absolutely win a playoff series. And depending on the matchup, could push for 2. Some will say they're not a title team yet, but they're a matchup nightmare to anyone they face. They're young, physical, switchable, and relentless. With Anthony Black emerging and the addition of Jevon Carter, the guard rotation suddenly looks deeper, steadier, and more versatile. There's plenty of time after the All-Star break for this team to dial it in and push for a championship. Speaking of the All-Star break, rookie Jace Richardson somehow made the slam dunk competition. I got nothing. I mean, I think Anthony Black was offered it and he backed out. So then it was offered to Jace as a consolation prize. So we have someone at the All-Star festivities, but wow. 6'1" Jace Richardson. Yeah, I got nothing on that. All right, let's talk about the elephant in the room. What does Jamahl Mosley need to do in the playoffs to keep his job? Has he plateaued and taken this team as far as he can? A lot of people think so. The players in the front office both believe in him. But the NBA is a results league. And this roster is no longer the cute young team. The championship window is open and they're expected to win now. Here's the honest answer. Mosley doesn't need to win a championship this year to keep his job. He needs to have the Magic looking organized come playoff time. He needs the rotations to make sense. He needs the offense not to melt into chaos for long stretches. and he needs the team to look like it belongs on the big stage. I think even if the Magic make the playoffs and make it past the play-in and into the first round but lose, Mosley's looking for a new job this summer. If they win a playoff series, he's not necessarily safe. I mean, even if they make the Eastern Conference Championship, but they're still playing unorganized and seemingly unprepared basketball, there needs to be some real uncomfortable conversations, and someone needs to be out there kicking the tires on some other coaching candidates. If we're talking growth, here's what moves the needle for me. Our half-court offense is still the biggest swing factor. Our shooting consistency. If we can shoot even league average, we can compete with any team, any night. Turnovers. They're going to happen. But you have to try to keep the number down low enough so you're not just feeding the other team free points. Our late game execution. I know Paolo hit a game-winning 3 earlier, but he didn't call glass, so I don't even know if I count that. But it lacks consistency. We're young, but it looks like we might be improving. That's really all you can ask for. These are all fixable. Most of those things improve just naturally as you mature. Hopefully the Magic aren't just playing out and going 500 the rest of the season. Hopefully they are growing up. They learned how to win with a patchwork roster. They learned how to rely on each other. They've learned how to survive adversity. And now with the roster getting healthy, Paolo stepping back into a team that's leveled up around him, and Mosley entering the biggest stretch of his coaching career, the Magic are positioned to make real noise down the stretch. Magic fans, the best basketball of the season is hopefully yet to come. Only time will tell, and I'm here for it. Now don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment, ya bums.